Good afternoon and welcome to Connect UK Land and Property Auctions. My name's Stephanie and this is the wonderful Adam Partridge.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Those of you who are new to us, a warm welcome.
Absolutely.
Those of you who have heard us before, our commiserations, but thank you for sticking with us. We've got another great selection, haven't we?
We do. We have a big selection for you today. Lots of land, lots of properties, different types of properties. It's really exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're basically going to talk you through the whole process, through the properties. We're going to show you some virtual tours. We're going to update you as to what prices are coming in and hopefully tackle any questions that you might have without having to phone the office. But if you're really interested, just get straight on that phone and there's a team full of people out here that are waiting to take your calls and questions.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, we were talking about the auto bid feature. Sorry.
The auto bid. We did. We digressed.
You mentioned the auto bid feature and I carried on waffling on. But
are.
essentially, the auto bid feature is what we used to call a proxy bid or a commission bid in traditional auctioneering terms. This means that we will bid on your behalf. Not us two now, but the computer system will bid on your behalf. So take that property there, 109 Avery Way in All Hallows, Rochester. It's got a bid of £90,000. If you wanted to go to £120,000 on it, and you didn't want to start clicking and bidding because it's all a bit nervous, or in the real auction didn't want to go and start waving and nodding your head, you could leave a sealed bid basically.
Okay.
And that will be executed for you by the computer system. So you could leave your bid of 120,000 as your maximum bid. It could be you there at 90,000, and then if someone goes 91, the computer goes, oh, 92 for you.
Yes.
Someone goes 93, the computer goes 94 for you. So it goes.
It doesn't straight go to 120 and
No,
then... No,
absolutely not.
Okay.
That's unethical and illegal, and that's the whole point of this auto bid feature.
So, shall we move on to Avery Way? Shall we talk about it?
Why not? Let's have a look at some of the properties.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look through. Yes. So the first one we've got is Avery Way in All Hallows. Could you just, if I read them out, do you want to just tell us a
little bit of
about
information.
them? Yeah.
So that's a freehold plot with planning permission granted for a 4-bedroom, 2-storey detached residential property.
Okay, so that's an artist's impression on the screen there. What you're buying is a freehold plot with planning for a 4-bedroom.
Gotcha. And it's already got some
And it's
bids.
up to 94,000 with 5 bids already.
Lovely.
And as I say, one of my very corny lines, they're not making any more.
They're not making any more, exactly. So then we've got some more land there on Topsfield.
Which can't be far away from this current plot or
Yeah.
scheme. What you will notice is that these are within fairly close proximity to other residential areas. So whilst at the moment they're just plots of land with nothing, no planning, etc., they may well be considered as a decent buy at 9,000 or 25,000 in the hope that maybe one day that will exponentially increase. And anyway, once you've got land, £9,000 for a plot of land. Well, that is a very poor quality second-hand car, if you see it in that term.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Right,
It's good.
let's scroll down.
So then we have a property in Crawley, which is actually my birthplace.
Well, we've got several properties in Crawley today, haven't we?
We do indeed.
I noted that we've got a few properties in Crawley, some of which are already let, so a potential investment, and some of which aren't. So the first one is at 30 Chevening Close.
Yep, and you're right, this one is an investment property. So you get 20,000 per year, 12,000 apologies, per year for that. Then moving on.
Hollingbourne Crescent.
We have, it doesn't tell me how many bedrooms until I go into it, but right now that's a freehold investment property. Again, 13,800 per year.
And 13 Woodcourt.
Same thing, investment property on 10,500 per year.
Okay, and then 13 Treeview.
Same thing, an investment property, lots of investment properties here, 11,400 per year.
Okay, Now we've got a bit more land, and again we've been selling properties, parcels of land here at Coles Hill and Amersham.
Yes.
Just up the road from my auctioneer in Ruislip. I've always
There
got to
we
get
go.
in.
Get it in.
Get in a little plug there.
Why not?
If you didn't know, I'm an auctioneer, not just of properties, but of antiques and fine art, and we've got also premises around the country, and that's why we enjoy working. I do know it very well. And look at that, the first plot on the west side of New Road in Coles Hill has already met the reserve at only £10,000. So there's one that's already on the market.
Lovely.
I should be raising this up in 49 minutes on that one already.
Fabulous. Then we have a lovely end of terrace property in Leatherhead.
Yeah, so in some ways for me, when I was looking through before, this is almost the pick of the bunch. Only in terms of the fact that it just looks like a ideal auction property in that it isn't done up.
It's bare
ready
bones inside,
yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Bare bones is a great way of putting it. Beckley Lodge, Leatherhead Road. Again, Leatherhead's a great area.
Yes.
A very
Good
affluent
commute, isn't
area.
it, as well? Yeah.
Commuter area.
Yeah.
Very pleasant there, and opening bid of £240,000 again surely can't be dear for that
area.
location.
Absolutely. Moving on.
This is the one I mentioned. Look at that, 5 bids already, but it's only £10,000.
Great.
I mean, really, it's a 1-bedroom first floor flat in Blackpool, but you know, look at that, £10,000.
Yeah, 10,000.
I mean, how long would it take to pay that back? And for a lot of people, not me, but £10,000 is small change. Really.
It's a good price.
I'd like to revisit that when we look at them in some more detail. I should have left an auto bid, shouldn't I? But it's a first floor flat. And again, if you're looking at dipping your toes, this might be your first time. Lots of you watching will be saying, "Don't talk to us like idiots." You know, we're seasoned property buyers. We know what we're doing. We don't. They probably turn the sound down. We don't need to listen to you. But we're also looking at the people that haven't bought at auction before and maybe looking at dipping their toe into the property market, which is what we're here for, to help you along your journey. And you know, for £10,000, is it worth a punt as your first dip in the water for a property investment if you're local as well?
If you're local. Fantastic.
Possibly. So this is an exciting one, Spindrift on the Isle of Wight, and so much so, perhaps I shouldn't say. Did you join the sweepstake? No. We've got a little office sweepstake. I heard them talking about it when I arrived earlier. And I went over and I said, "What's all this about? I want a part of it."
Oh, no.
I'm not saying anything else, but you'll know if I win later.
Well, if you win, you're showing half because you didn't tell me about
it's
it.
£10. Actually, we all had to put £10 in,
really?
so it's actually quite a significant amount.
Yeah.
I shall double my fee if I win.
Oh, lovely.
There we go. So Spindrift, we'll visit that again, and then Chessington. Isle of Wight's got a zoo, so is Chessington.
It has
what
indeed.
A link.
It has indeed.
Tell us about Hook Road
So
in Chessington.
we've got a masonette here. Chessington's very close to, we've got good transport links and amenities there. So yeah, that's one to watch.
And that's a maisonette.
It is. Yeah.
And it's opening bid 165,000. Still looking for that opening bid there. And now Portsmouth.
So then Portsmouth, we have a semi-detached property here in a very good location.
Edgeworth Road in Portsmouth, already up to 196,000 with 7 bids. And it's from Portsmouth, I think, where you get the ferry to the Isle of Wight, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nearly only 10 minutes left. Now, there were a couple of properties listed that have vanished from the screen.
That were sold prior.
They were. They were.
Indeed.
Which were those,
So
please?
just, a shout out to Willow Cottage in Malswick, Newent, Gloucestershire.
That's right.
It was a gorgeous freehold detached house. So that was sold prior.
Yeah.
And then we've had 210 Newark Road, which is sold prior as well. So congratulations there to all your buyers and sellers.
It tends to be quite unusual here that we do sell things prior unless there's an offer received that we just feel that the vendor cannot resist. You know, it has to be, in my mind, it has to be an offer that is so strong that it's worth not putting to auction.
Okay.
So I've, in the past when I've done property auctions for companies, some of them used to have 40 in the catalogue, and by the time you got there, you'd be left with the 12 sort of thing, and they'd sold all. They couldn't resist selling prior because they were white, and then it's like, why have an auction sort of thing?
Must be quite frustrating.
So
actually.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then then sometimes I'd be there 10 minutes and sell 2 out of the remaining 12.
Yeah.
And think, why did you ask me to come?
Yeah.
So here we very rarely sell prior, which I think is a good thing. But the excuse or the reason for it is that the offer must have been that strong that we have to tell the vendor about it, and then they have to decide whether it's worth taking.
It's that transparency again, isn't it?
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Spindrift.
Still on 225. Now suddenly my sweepstake bet isn't looking so good.
And then we've got the house in Chessington, Surrey.
Awaiting opening bid. I fear that may end up unsold.
Yeah. And then Edgeworth Road, Portsmouth.
Well, again, we saw a good virtual tour on that as well. There were 24 bids on that, 213. Don't let that one slip away.
No, it might just be one bid.
Yeah,
it really might
exactly.
Be. It could be
And we're down to a minute left. Oh, it's exciting time now. We're on the countdown, 45 seconds left. I'm scrolling now through like a nutcase. Look, there we go, an extension on Amersham. So Amersham's up to 2 minutes left. That's what happens if you bid now. You get another 2 minutes. Everything else is ticking down. 2 minutes left on Leatherhead. That's a good sign. And what else has got an extension on it? 2 minutes on the Isle of Wight. 227 now. 227 now. Okay, and then 15 seconds left on the rest. 2 minutes left on Portsmouth. All good signs there. And when we go back to the top, things are going to start finishing now.
Yes,
we'll be able to narrow it down.
Literally, second one there.
2 minutes left on Rochester.
How exciting.
Okay, so we've got some results for you now. Plot 3 in Essex, Topsfield, sold. 10,000. We checked I wouldn't damage it. Abridge, plot 14,
12,000.
sold. Plot 15.
14,000.
Seven Oaks, plot 1.
29,000.
There you go. Chipping Norton.
14,000.
That's for plot 12 and plot 13 as a minute and 13 left on 17,000.
Yes.
So a more desirable end plot perhaps. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be that, mustn't it?
Crazy.
The end plot worth more. You can see why, I'm sure. A minute left now on Leatherhead. Shane Blackpool's gone up a touch. £12,000.
Yes.
And Tredegar's sold.
Oh, wow.
Reserve met.
Surprise.
There
That's
we go.
great. Fantastic.
Sold for?
62,000.
Yes. 228 on the Isle of Wight. We're getting
exciting.
closer. It's a minute left.
Are we far from your sweepstake? How are we doing?
Do I say or
No,
not?
don't tell us.
I'm
Don't
not
tell
sure.
us. Don't jinx it.
I'm not sure. But all I'll say is, in my opinion, it's worth more.
Okay.
At least £3,000 more.
Okay.
Overtime bidding is being enabled again on Portsmouth. So we're chasing this. You know, there's people chasing this.
Yes.
We're close. We're very, very, very close. Waterlooville is sold. 18,000.
We've only got 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds left on.
So you can bid in 30-second increments now.
So
That's how we're gonna
once
keep
you
working.
bid now, it'll only give you 30 seconds left.
seconds,
Come on, Isle of Wight.
absolutely.
229, 3 seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 229.
Yeah.
So at this point, it only leaves us to say thank you for listening to us.
Yes, congratulations to our buyers and sellers.
Thank you for your bids. Thank you for your participation.
Exactly. We will be back next month, September the, I believe,
I've not got it.
14th.
Thank you. 14th of September. We'll look forward to seeing you then. And if you have any questions about buying or selling properties, you know where to come. Thanks for watching
Absolutely.
today.
Thank you.